Hey guys, good morning. It is Chondra Rankin with Coffee with Chondra coming right out of the Heartland. Hope everybody's having a great morning. And I just wanted to actually ask you to take it back a notch today. Take it down a notch, slow down and enjoy things a little more. Because we all have so many deadlines, expectations, things you can get busy with every minute and every second of the day. And it's about enough to push you over the edge, let me tell you. So, at that point, I talked one day about how it's impossible to multitask. So you're jumping from task to task, you're not completing one, and you just are in a frenzy because you know you will never get everything completed on time. Remember, you can please some of the people all the time, and all the people some of the time, but you can never please all of the people all of the time. And ultimately, you have to speak to where you set your own bar. Live up to your own goals and vision. And use your level of integrity that you uphold yourself to. I love the phrase, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, but there's still going to be somebody that hates peaches. Oh, how true. If you're the best thing in the world, I've even met people that, who doesn't like chocolate? I've met people that don't really like chocolate, and I don't understand that, but they exist. So not everyone has the same taste. So stop trying to live up to somebody else's standards. You're just going to make yourself crazy. Every summer, I head up a rummage sale and bake sale for our church. And every summer, I think, am I insane? I might be insane, I'm not sure. But do it every year, and it goes well every year. And my definition of success is talking to people in the community and having kids involved and helping out and things like that. And yes, we make money, but I don't think that that's the pinnacle of success. I think there are a lot of other factors that go into that, in my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion and definition of success, but every year we do that, and it is a lot of work, especially the bake sale portion. And I know my mom does a lot of baking. Everybody does their part, and we package this stuff up, and plus getting all the clothes out, and the kids help by doing the cash register and help with the meals and stuff, because we make our own meals, and it's a lot of work, but it's a good time, and it's a good cause, and most of all, they're learning service. I think that's the most important thing for me, almost, actually. So a couple years ago, we always do it on a Friday all day, and then Saturday half the day, and then clean up Saturday afternoon. And I know 2 years ago, after it happened, I had every intention of going to church Sunday after that, but I turned my alarm off in the middle of the night, and obviously my subconscious was telling me that I needed some rest. I woke up in time. I could have made it if I literally got out of bed and just hightailed it to church, but instead I decided to just make breakfast and eat outside, enjoying all the birds chirping, and I actually took a video of it. I'll have to share it. But it was just really relaxing, and smelling the scent of the evergreen trees, and not racing off to do something else. Because it's just really not healthy to constantly do that all the time. And I'm glad I took that opportunity, and it was grateful of the things around me, and just really focused on those things, because we really need to do that, I think, for sanity purposes. I know, well, many of you know, if not all, I have a degree in interior design. I have one in music and interior design, both of them had a lot of deadlines and things that you had to really prepare for. But I'll speak to the interior design schooling that I went through. We had certain major projects that had to happen, and those always were, I mean, you were fitting in as much as you could in the project to make it as complete and as good as you could possibly make it. Many all-nighters, more than I care to admit. I was the kind of person, I did a lot of all-nighters toward not the very end of the project, so I would get done a little bit earlier, but I was pulling all-nighters to get that done. I was working my butt off. I do remember one time, one of my roommates was also in interior design, and she had come home just to take a break, get some food or something, and there were a lot of people still working in the studio, and I had pulled my normal all-nighters, so I was done at that point. I had showered, which at that time, you know, if you're working on a project, showering is not your highest priority, maybe. It wasn't mine. So I had actually taken a bath, and I was relaxing in my robe, watching TV, and she was still in that frenzied state of mind. Like, oh, I have to go get food, and then I have to go back to the studio and finish up my project, and I have XYZ still to do. And she walked in, and she saw me in my robe, relaxing, watching TV, and she's like, I'm going to tell everybody else at the studio what you're doing. So I thought that was kind of funny. So I'm like, well, sorry, but there were those deadlines, and everyone was frenzied to get them all done, to make all the requirements. And there were certainly meltdowns, many meltdowns by me. I will admit that. There would be days that I had gone into work, because I also had a job during that time. Because you have other classes to study for, you have your project for design, and that's for graphics, or that's for architecture, that's for many other degrees as well. So you have those projects, and then you probably have a job, and then, what about a social life? Maybe, but not always. So you have all these things going on, and I had gone into work, and this happened on a couple of different occasions. I knew I had so much to do, and I knew the deadline was looming, and I had a meltdown at work. I'm like, I feel like I couldn't be there because I needed to go meet this deadline, and it's just not a very good mental place to be. So I totally get that. One of my cousins actually recently finished her PhD, and she's got her diploma actually. She's all done with it. And I know she had some moments as well. I think we all do if we're trying to reach that goal, but it's really awesome that she took all those years and, you know, the schooling to reach her goal. That's awesome. But I remember, you know, she would do different updates on Facebook, and one day she was talking about weepiness and self-combustion and other destructive things like that. And it, you know, she was in that low frame of mind, and I noticed a post that she posted later on, must have been in the evening, about how she had a really relaxing afternoon that day in the country. She had gone out to a neighbor's and just enjoyed the 30-acre, I believe it was wheat fields, just enjoying that, had a great dinner, relaxed, and she just breathed. Because you do have to stop, and you have to remember to breathe and just notice things around you and be cognizant of that. And so that's what she was doing. Morning, Connor. I was just talking about some of the craziness of doing interior design and the projects in school, and you go crazy, all the deadlines. So it's important to relax and important to embrace those things, even if you feel like you're going to self-combust sometimes. It's kind of a scary place to be because you feel kind of out of control. But as I was talking about that morning that I, you accidentally overslept after organizing that rummage and bake sale. I'm glad I took the time just to relax. And I was sitting there and I thought of the song Feelin' Groovy. And it was so perfect for that. And I'll post that later too, but it's Simon and Garfunkel, and I'm sure you've probably heard it, but I remember playing the sheet music on that on the piano when I was younger, way younger. But it's the lyrics in it are: slow down, you move too fast, you gotta make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy. And sometimes you have to take that time to feel groovy. Watch the flowers grow, as the lyrics say in the song. Enjoy those tiny little tidbits in life, because that's what life is all about, is all these small moments. And yes, you'll have these breakthroughs after your meltdowns, and I think that's all part of the process. You get through that, and you know that you're a stronger person, you know what you can accomplish. But then after that's all done, you make that breakthrough, and then you have to take care of yourself for a little bit. I am taking care of myself tomorrow. I am having a 2-hour massage, and I can't wait for that. That's one thing that I've decided. It's probably been about a year and a half. I decided I was doing a massage every month. I don't do a 2-hour massage every month, but when I'm extra tense, I do. Because your body needs TLC. This is your vehicle for getting everything done. And you know who you're in the longest relationship with? Yourself. So, make that a good relationship. So I know, especially mornings can be crazy and panicked, and usually I should change this habit, but a lot of times I am like trying to do 15 things at once and get a little more done than I absolutely have to, and that's my own fault. Thanks, Connor. I appreciate seeing your smiling face this morning. And I hope you have a little time to enjoy for you today, because I know that is so important, especially in a deadline-driven occupation or career, which, are there any that aren't, I guess? But you're driven by that constant deadline, so you're working for others, and that's great, but you do have to take the time for yourself. So just don't forget that. You have to take 5 if you can. If you can't take 5, just take 1 minute and be introspective and just concentrate. Just focus on your breathing. Just focus on your breathing. I actually did a breathing exercise a little while back. I should do an entire live just on breathing exercise, because it does calm you down and it does lower your heart rate, and it really, really helps, especially if you are really frazzled. It will help you focus more afterwards. So are you still feeling overwhelmed after hearing all of this? I believe in you. Slow down when you need to. Take out the time to decompress and put your best foot forward, because you got this. I hope that helped some of you this morning and just helped you to remember to give yourself a little bit of attention. And if you did enjoy it, like, comment, or share. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you. Love you all, and I hope you have a really great day. And I'll see you in the next video.